guys, my name is Ashim. I am your coordinator for this session. And so, first of all, for some of you guys, you are new to this session. I want to show you guys our website. So let me first share my screen and then okay. So website URL is techindustry.in. You can search on Google also, and when you will land on our website, there will be two session here. This is the live session. This is big data and second is core Java. You can register now here. And after and one more thing which is very important for you guys is that we have also we have also created a WhatsApp group for you guys to solve your problems. And if you have any question, you can directly ask to the speaker, and we can solve there. So here it's a WhatsApp group link. You can click on this link and you will automatically get added to our WhatsApp group. Okay. And so for this session, this is basics of Linux and AWS big data. So uh, you might there must be some guys who have not attended our previous session. You can check on our YouTube. We have already uploaded that section there. And uh, yeah, that's it. And Suraj, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So yeah, Suraj, you can start your session now.
Okay, fine. So I can see some new people over here. Just a simple reminder for you, if you have not gone through the previous sessions, that we are here to talk about big data and data analytics. In the previous session, I just introduced you guys to the world of big data, how big data and data analytics works. Uh, for the recording for that and the PPT will be shared by you after this session. So today we are going to do some practical about the foundation. Well, we can say that these are the basics that we need to go through first if you want to come into big data or data analytics. So today we are going to learn basics of Linux, and I'm going to give you a short insight about the AWS cloud, what actually cloud is, and what are the different components that cloud is working on. Okay, so let me quickly share my screen. Okay, you guys are able to see my screen now, right?
One more thing, guys. If you have any question, you can type it in the chat box, and we will discuss this after our session.
Okay, fine. Ashim, is my screen visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay, fine. So let us talk about let's discuss about Linux. So most of you guys have been introduced to Linux till now. I guess that most of the engineering students, IT students, or those who are already working in the IT industry know about Linux. So I'm just going to take you through the little basics of Linux. Right, the screen right in front of you is the graphical user interface. Operating system is Ubuntu, but it's the graphical user interface. You can see the icons over here: Mozilla Firefox, Thunderbird Mail, Files, Rhythmbox, LibreOffice Writer. So these are the GUI, the graphical user interface, that is made for the user to make the operating system user friendly and more accessible. But in the industry, when you'll go, chances are there, if you are in big data or data analytics, chances are there that you won't find this screen. You will find this screen in front of you, right? So I'll just show you about how I'll just show you today the basics of this, how to operate, and I'll show you the comparison with this. Wait a minute. Let me deal with this thing over here. Okay. This is file system. Minimize this also. So this is the screen on the right hand side of the screen. This is the graphical user interface. And on the left hand side is the terminal. We call it a terminal. So both the screens are same. Here you can see the content, the folders, the directories right in front of you. Here you cannot see. Here in this portion, for every single thing you have to write a command. So if you write just ls, you will see the same directories that are there. You can see in the right side of your screen. You can see the same directories on the left side of your screen. So this is the Linux. For everything, we don't have the keyboard, we don't have the mouse over here, we don't have the functionality of graphical user interface on the left hand side. All we have to do is with the commands. Understood? So there are for certain basic commands that we are going through. First command, this is ls. This means list. If I'll come back to the previous one, you can see that I was on the home directory. Here on the right hand side, you can see we are on the home directory, and in the home directory there are certain folders. Similarly, on the left-hand side in the terminal, we are on the home directory, but you cannot see any folders. So if you want to see any, and on the left-hand side in terminals, don't call them as folders. We call them as directories. Okay. So here you can see there are no directories right now in front of you. So ls command is list. If you want to list something, if you want to see whether something is there in the directory or not, you just have to type ls, hit enter, and there are directories in front of you. Now, if you want to enter in any one of the directories, suppose I want to enter into documents, I will just double click it and I am into the documents, right? But on the left hand side, there is a command for it, that is cd, change directory. So I'll type cd and I'll write documents, hit enter, I am into the documents. Again, here on the left and right hand side, you can see that there are application files, JavaScript, NiFi file, create Facebook file, loop script, proposal based.ott. There are certain files over there. Here we cannot see the files. Again, we have to use the ls command to check what are the files present over there. Now, how to differentiate between a folder, a directory, and a file? As you can see, the directories are with the blue lines. It is with the blue line, and the files are with the white lines. They are so here. That's the way we differentiate between a directory or a file, right? Now, if I want to come back to home folder, I'll just click on this on the right hand side. I'll just click on the home folder and I come back. But here again, you have to type cd. That means again, change directory, hit enter, it will get back to your home folder, right? Now, what if you are in multiple folders? Suppose if I, in documents, I go into NiFi, right? Now, here again, cd, if I want to go to documents, cd, documents, and again, ls, now I have to go to NiFi. Now, if you'll see, I am in the NiFi directory. Now, if you'll type cd right over here, you will come back directly to home. You can see these two directories are directly skipped. You will come back directly to home. But what if I want to just go back like this? What we do over here, we just go back to documents. That is your back button, right? So in that case, what we have to do is documents, NiFi. You just have to type cd dot dot and you are in the previous directory. Again, cd dot dot and you are back in the home directory. If you want to move 2-3 directories back simultaneously, documents NiFi cd dot dot in dot dot, you are back at the home directory. Understood these two commands, the cd and the ls? Okay. Now, if you want to create a file, suppose if I want to create a file, I just open Microsoft Office. If you guys are familiar with Windows, Microsoft Office or Word, I'll just write something, save it, and the file is saved, right? What if I have to create a file in the terminal? What is the thing that I'm going to use? So in terminal, here you can call this as your text editor, right? If we see technically, we'll call this as your, wait a minute, let me don't say. Okay, so this LibreOffice Writer or MS Word or Notepad or WordPad, these are all your text editors. Similarly, in this terminal, we have vim vim as our text editor. So suppose if I want to create a file, I'll just type vim file name file dot okay file name file dot txt, hit enter. I'll come into insert mode. Hello, this is the session for big data and data analytics. So here I have written. Now if I want to save, I'll just come escape and wgo. I'll come to the basics. I'll just show you. Here I have saved the file, and if you see on the right side on the screen, a text file is already created. So basically what you see on this side, we do exactly the same on this side of the screen, but with the help of commands. So here we have our text editor file. Now what if I want to remove this file? I'll just click and right click and just I'll move to trash, or you have the delete option over here. Okay, right, move to trash. So you can select trash over here and the file will be moved to trash. What if I want to remove this file from this side? Again, that is a command for here, remove, file name and enter. Again, your file is deleted. So this is how we delete a file. Now, if you want to create a folder, I'll just right click on the right side, new folder, give this folder a name, T1, and the folder is created, right? Now, if I'll check it on the left side, again, T1 is created over here. Now, what if I want to create a folder from the terminal? So again, there is a command for that, mkdir, make directory, T2. You will see a folder is created over here, a directory is created over here. Now, what if you want to delete a directory? So again, for that, the command is rmdir T1. You can see directory is deleted, rmdir T2. Again, the directory is deleted. Any questions? Hello, you can put it on the chat box if you want. No questions? Okay, Vim, there is no full form for Vim. Vim is an editor we have in this text, in this command line. To save file, which command is used? Oh, if you want to save a file, what you want to do, let me share my screen. So I'll take you through that Vim editor again. So suppose if we want to create a file, Vim, file name, file.txt. Now, once you are in the Vim director, you need to get into the insert mode to write something onto this file. So for that, you just have to press insert key. And if you see on the left side, there is I am right now in the insert mode. Now I can write anything over here. Suppose hello, this is big data and data analytics session. Now I want to save this. To save this, I want to first get out of this escape mode, insert mode. For that, you just have to press escape, and you are out of the escape mode. Now, if you want to save this file, you just have to first press shift colon, so that your cursor will shift from this side to this side. And now you just have to type W and Q. That means write these contents to this file and quit. And after that, hit enter. This file will be saved. Understood?
Suraj, if we press the colon WQ and then the exclamation mark, then
Exclamation mark is just to overwrite. Suppose if you have
oh.
WQ and you put the colon. Suppose sometimes you don't have the authority. Okay, you need to
Okay.
override that decision. That is the exclamation mark where it is used, right?
Okay.
That
Yeah.
is again in depth. In depth when we go through there in depth. That is for that. Now here I'm just covering about the basics. Okay, again rm
Yes. Yes.
file.txt. The file is moved. Any other question? Let me come to the chat box again.
And
Okay.
guys, you can directly unmute yourself and ask questions. Suraj, you don't need to go back to a chat box and then again share a screen. So they
Okay.
will directly unmute.
Okay. Fine. I'll share my screen again. Okay, I'll come to the whiteboard. Let's have a look at the commands we have gone through till now. Okay, text. So what was the first commands that we used? That was ls. What is ls used for? It is to list
List the
directories.
files and
Directories, right? Then cd. What is change directory? Either you can get into some directory or you can get out of a directory, right? After that,
Right, right.
rm, remove a file.
RM
Then rmdir, remove a directory.
directory, right?
Okay, vim, our text editor. Any other command that we paste? Okay, these are the basic commands. We do these things only. We just copy. Okay, yeah, copy and move. Cp and move. These are the other two functionalities that we do. Let me just go through the screen. Let us do this command as well. Share screen. Desktop. Okay, suppose let me create a file first. Then text.txt. Insert mode. Hello. Okay. Thank you. Okay, file is there. Now I want to move this, copy this file from this directory to this snap directory or this downloads directory. So what is the command? Command is cp, but the correct way to write is cp space the file which you want to move. Okay. So, oh sorry. So text is our file. This is the file, and in which directory do I have to move? That is downloads. Now I cannot write downloads directly over here. That is the incorrect way. That is not the good common practice. We have to write the full path. Now, if you want to say what is the full path of downloads, let us check that. What is the full path of downloads? Again, we have a command pwd. Pwd means
Present.
print my working directory, right?
Okay. Present work.
Okay, then this is the full path. Home, you are into home, then your username of your machine, and then the download, right? So I'll go back to this screen again. Right now I am here in download. So from here I cannot copy that text file. I want to go back to this home screen, right? So similarly, I'll go back over here, and now I'll copy this file. So cp file name and the correct path, home, username, and downloads. So if I copy over here, if I'll see into downloads, the file txt will be there somewhere. Okay, there are a lot of files. Txt file is here. We'll check from here as well. Okay, where is txt file? Here it is, right? I'll remove text file over here from here. Gone. Now I'll come back to down home directory. Now if we'll move this file from this particular path to this. So the command for that is mv, okay, file name.txt, full path, home, Ubuntu, sorry, Suraj, downloads. So this file has been moved from this location to this location. So if you go there, ls, file is over here. Now again I'll remove this file. Here it is. Now rm text gone. Understood? So these are the basic things that we do in Linux. Not in Linux, but in our operating system. Entering a folder, accessing a folder, getting out of a folder, creating a file, okay, copying a file, moving a file, deleting a folder directory, removing a file. These are the basic functionalities we do in the Linux. Apart from that, if you want some more information about Linux, if you want to go, if you're interested in big data or data analytics, that is the user and permission. We have to learn how to change the permissions of a file, how to change the permissions of a user, how to create a user, how to create a group, how to create users in that group, how to shift users, how to change the permissions of the users from a particular group. These are the things that we need to know in order to say that you can if you know about these things and users and permissions, you can say that you are on an intermediate level in Linux, right? So I'm not going into detail. I have to cover AWS as well, and then there is a Q&A session as well for 10-15 minutes. I just want to know everybody. So concepts is clear for everybody till now. It is better you unmute your screen, and if any question is there, you can ask me right now.
I can see people are writing on chat box. Yes,
Okay, people
clear.
are okay. Okay, fine. No, there is no question. Okay, fine, fine. So let's move towards cloud. So first, let me take you towards cloud. Let me clear the screen. Okay. Now, I want your understanding. What are your understanding about the cloud? You can type it in chat box, or what if I say the term cloud, what do you understand about it? What is the first thing that gets into your mind?
For the cloud, the thing that we need to pay, uh, the thing that we utilize, so we need to pay. That is basically in the cloud.
Okay, but what are we going to utilize?
Anything like VM machines, any resource that are available in the cloud. So it's
Okay.
dependent upon the basically the requirement.
Okay, VM is a different thing and cloud is a different thing. I need you to understand this first. Okay. You are somehow to the point you are trying to explain, but the terminology, you are mixing the two technologies or terminologies, I must say. Let me quickly get you towards the whiteboard screen and let us understand what actually cloud is. Okay. Ashim, is my screen visible, white screen?
Yes, Suraj.
Okay, fine. So let us say, let's take the example which we discussed in the previous session. We were saving the data, right? Ultimately, that we were saving the data. We need a machine for to save a data. We should have a machine that architecture which we discussed. So if suppose uh, I have this machine, one, two, three. Each machine is of 2 TB hard disk. So these are my resources that I'm using. But if any of this machine gets full, that I need to get one more machine. And like this, I need to keep on adding machines, right? Because the data storage is going to be increased, the utilization of data is going to be increased. So I need to keep on adding the machines. And the cost for that is too much. I need to keep on adding, plus I need to take care of these machines as well, the maintenance, everything. We need to take care of a guy. So instead of doing that, this is the bare metal. We call this technology as bare metal technologies. Keeping your own hardware, we call this as bare metal. Understood this point? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. Now after that came the virtualization that you were asking about. Let me remove this. And in terms of resources, I'm not asking about the storage. I'm asking about the memory power as well. What are the memory? What is the memory of the machine? What is the processing power? That well. Then came the virtualization. So instead of having all these machines, there will be one powerful machine. Uh, take it for example. Take it as a supercomputer. There will be one powerful machine, and all my employees will be using the power, the processing speed of this machine to get their work done. So this thing is called as virtualization. Understood?
Hello, Suraj, please explain it once more.
Yeah. In the previous example, what we saw that we were using multiple machines for processing power for storage, right? There were a lot n number. There can be n number of machines. If the data increases, there can be n number of machines, right?
Right.
And the cost for that is too high because we have to maintain, we have to get a storage, we have to get a cooling facility for them as well. These are the servers, we have to get the cooling facility for them. So the cost is too high. Now instead of using all those machines, we will use one single powerful machine. And all these machines, these are the employees, employee number one, because employees are going to work on lab systems, right? So this is the system of employee number one, this is the system of employee number two, employee number three, employee number four. So what these employees are doing, they are working on their system, but if they want to run any program that needs processing power, if you want to run any if you want to store anything, they are not going to do it on their machine. They are remotely connected to this machine, this big virtual machine. That's over here, this big virtual machine, and they are using the processing power of this VM. Understood? This technology is called as virtualization.
Okay.
Understood or any doubt?
Yes, understood.
Everybody?
Yes.
Okay, now after this came cloud. Okay, now what actually is cloud? Just remember the first diagram. Cloud is a third party that have all those machines with them, and instead of us taking care of that machine, they are taking care of those machines. So basically, there will be a third party who will provide you everything. You just have to pay them, right? Upfront, you have to pay them. The security is their headache. The processing power is their headache. They will arrange for everything, and we are just going to use this machine. And the cost for that is very, very low. Let me show you an example for that. If I'll directly show you, understood about this, the definition of a cloud. Understood till now? I'm just about to show you why are they so cheap and so successful. Okay, can anybody tell me the cost of a machine having, say, 16 GB of RAM and 2 TB of hard disk? Hello? You can type
Yeah.
it in chat box. You can type it on chat box. I'm seeing. Any rough ideas? What will be the cost of 16 GB RAM and what will be the cost of a machine? Okay, 60K. I'm saying 60K.
Yeah,
Again, any more guesses?
more than 50,000 Indian rupees.
Okay, more than 50,000 Indian rupees. So that is the lowest it can get. It can't get any lower than that, right? 16 GB RAM is there, and
I guess up to 1 lakh rupees.
yeah, it can go above. It can go to 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 4 lakh, but it can't go any lower than 60K, right?
Yes.
Okay, now let me see pricing. Let me just a second. Hmm. These are the standards. These are intelligent tiering.
So there is some blue box on your screen, on right side.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just
Can
okay. You want me to remove this? Fine, fine.
yes, yes, yes.
I'm just showing you not a very simple calculator. This one it is, I guess. Okay, yeah, it is. So this is the calculator provided by Amazon because Amazon provide AWS provided web services. So if you want to, let me remind me in 7 days. Okay. So if you want to deploy any machine, you can calculate those things from there. You can calculate the estimate cost. What will be the cost? Okay. Now I'll go to Amazon S3. Okay. So storage I'll take as terabyte. Okay. No, not an Amazon S3. Wait, East Virginia. Okay. Let's take as 5 terabyte of storage. Monthly bill. Amazon EC2. Yeah. Here it is EC2. Okay, I need to remove this. Okay, add. So, so this is the number of cores. Okay, and this is the RAM. I told you about 16 GB of RAM, right? And up to 2 TB of storage. So this is 8 core CPU, 16 GB of RAM. Let's see, close and save. Okay, 284, close to $284 monthly bill. If you'll pay upfront payment, oh no, $149. That is equivalent to almost 150 is about $10,000 a month, right? So you are paying for a 16 GB RAM and about okay up to 10 Gbps input output speed, 0.77 hourly basis. Okay, so you're paying about $10,000 a month. If you will take it for 1 year, it will be close to 1,24,000 for this machine. So, and now all the headache that belongs to this machine, that is the security, right? The maintenance of this machine, the cost to bear this machine will be on the Amazon. So if you will pay upfront payment for this machine, That will be 149 into 12. Take it around $1,000. That is approximately $60 to $70,000 a year with 16 GB of RAM. And you don't have to buy any machine. You don't have to get any configure any hardware. You don't have to do anything. All the headaches will be taken care by Amazon. So that is why this cloud is so successful in nowadays, and every company want to go for a cloud infrastructure. Understood?
Uh, Someone has written that will you repeat it again about calculation?
Okay, calculation is a three simple calculator. That is the monthly calculator. You can go over there. Wait a minute. Let me go. A three simple calculator. You have to go to Amazon EC2. EC2 means Elastic Compute 2. So here is already one machine and a small 4 hours a day. It will cost you $42. But we won't take this machine. We'll just take a machine that is of uh, 16 GB RAM and 8 cores of processor. Input output speed will be up to 10 gigabits per second. The hourly cost for this machine is $0.0240. Fine. If I'll select this machine and I'll check, okay, the operating system will be Linux, close and save. So it is about $149 monthly cost. You are going to pay Amazon $149, and if you pay upfront, it gets the 50. It provides you with the 50% discount. So take it. It will be around $100 a month. If you are paying $100 a month, and if you are paying $1,200 for this machine for a year, that is a less expensive machine that you are getting, because you don't have to do anything. Security is with you guys. Suppose if you get a machine of 60,000, 70,000 with you, stored in your storage, then it's a headache, because now you have to get that, you have to bear additional costs. You have to get a Linux server administrator guy. You have to get a hardware guy to get that machine done, get the configurations done, get the installations done. Everything is done by that guy, and you have to bear the cost of that guy as well. It will be around 3 lakh to 4 lakh a year, right? So with one machine, you are getting this all. With one machine with the cloud, you are removing all those headaches, and you are getting your machine in half the cost. So that is why cloud is successful, and the more industry is moving towards cloud.
Suraj, what about the storage? Because the storage is not mentioned over here.
Yeah,
So,
storage is not mentioned over here. I'm just going to show you that storage over there. Don't worry about it. But
okay.
remember one thing. There is one thing, EBS, Elastic Block Storage. So let me quickly log into my account. Now I'll show you. I'll deploy a screen. I'll show you how to deploy a machine. Okay, wait a minute. And how can we select the storage? Okay, the account is not over here. No? Let me unshare my screen and get the credentials first. Okay.
So Suraj, someone has written, is this price same for all region?
Yeah, price can vary from region to region. The region which we selected is the North America region. They have the very fast server. They have very fast servers, and as well as their processing speed is very fast. So the prices for them is high. But if you see, suppose if you take Ohio or they have the data centers in Mumbai as well. So prices can be dropped down by significant amount. So yeah, prices can vary from region to region. Okay, so this is the component that we are asking about, that we were looking about. The region right now is Oregon. Okay, so prices depends on the region you select. Okay, now the Oregon is the region that I have selected. I'll go to EC2. So you can see there are two running instances right now. I'll click and look. We'll look at this at the later step. Now, launch instance, launch an instance. Here it is asking us to select any operating system. Let me select Windows for you guys. Windows, yeah, Windows is there. Then here, the calculation we did at the later screen in the Mozilla Firefox over here. This is the type of the machine we were asking for. So again, same is there. We'll just get the calculation done over here, and we can take the screen. We can take the machine as per our needs. Okay. So right now I am taking this. This is free eligible. If you are new to this, you get around 750 hours of free usage of this machine. Then next, here you can select the number of instances, the network. I'll not go into details. So these are the steps on which uh, data center I want to deploy this machine in this Oregon, on which VPC subnet. So these are when we'll go in depth, then we'll talk about this number of instances. So here is the storage part. You can get the storage from here. What will be the amount of storage? How many gigabits of storage or how many terabytes of storage you want? You can take from here. And whether you want an SSD or you want a provisioned SSD or a magnetic device, that is up to you. Again, the cost depends upon that. This is the most expensive one. Then this is the general purpose. And if you just have to store the logs, if you don't want to do processing, you just want to store the data or dump the data, magnetic standard is there. You can use that. So here you can set the size. And if you'll see, there are a lot of machines stopped. The reason, or this is one of the reasons why cost cutting is there. Now, if you will check this screen, okay, uh, it's the hourly usage. You can see the hourly usage is $0.010, okay, $0.116, $0.232, $0.46. That's the hourly usage of these machines, okay. Now, all these machines are stopped. That means they don't they are not being, that doesn't mean that they are not being in use right now. These machines are stopped because we don't need them right now. When we need the machine, we'll start this machine, and our hourly charges will be we will be charged hourly. Okay. So again cost cutting comes over here. Earlier you were paying around $1,200 a year. Now it's hourly, and hourly you have seen, if suppose you are taking 10 hours a day, so $0.09, how much is it? $0.019 to INR. That is about 1 rupee, right? So if you'll use 1 into 24 hours a day, that becomes 24 rupees for a day. For 10 days it becomes up to 240, and for 1 month it becomes up to 600, almost around 800, touching 800. And for 1 year it takes up to 8,000 if you go for hourly charges. And that too if you kept it on for constant. So for 1 year you are paying for a machine that could cost you 70, 80,000 dollars. You are paying just $8,000, and the security, the maintenance, and everything is taken care by the third party system. Understood? Any questions?
Yes, so there is one question someone has written in the chat box.
Okay, with Chatbot. Okay, to access cloud and work, we need physical system again with at least 4 GB of RAM. So price double, isn't it? It's physical system plus cloud charge. No, the price is not the double. As I said, I have taken 16 GB as an example, right? If you'll go to data and big data, the average RAM size will be around 256 GB to 1 TB. Okay, there can be 4 TB of RAM as well. So if your company won't give you 4 GB of machine, they will give you 16 GB physical machine. And again, these companies are billion-dollar companies. They are very strict about cost cutting. So if they are providing you 16 GB machine to work on a machine that is deployed on AWS, okay, and for that they are also paying some amount, so they are not going in loss, right? So it's not a loss for them, because the amount of RAM that you will be using in big data is much higher than 16 GB, 32 GB. They will be around minimum RAM will see on a machine that is performing big data, that is handling big data, will be 256 GB minimum RAM. Understood? Okay, fine. Any other question? That was the basics of Linux and AWS cloud. So that was all from my side. Now it's the question answer time. If you have any questions regarding cloud, regarding AWS or Linux, or any question related to big data. The guys who are new, if you have some questions, you can post it in the chat box and I'll answer that.
Yeah, Suraj, one question just what if I want to increase or decrease like anything like RAM or my computing
Yeah, there
power?
is there is an optional. We have the options for that. That is IBS. If you want to increase the RAM, if you want to increase the computing power, you just have to raise a ticket to the AWS team. They will do it for you. Don't worry. You have paying them for 1 year, and they are there in support with you. Don't worry. You don't have to do it yourself. They will do it from your end. You just have to raise a ticket for them.
Okay,
Okay.
so accordingly the price will change whether I.
Accordingly, the price will change, and it will be much less expensive than the price that you're going to pay for the actual hardware
Yeah, sure.
that we have seen right now.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, which ETL tool is used for AWS? Okay, AWS can use any ETL tools. Yeah, this is one good question. I'll show you the services list of services AWS provides. Wait, where is our AWS screen? So let me put this chat box. So if you can see, this is the compute computation EC2 light say lambda. Not only EC2 means that means you are deploying a machine, elastic compute 2, but not only EC2 is there. There are other services as well. Then blockchain analytics. These are the services provided for analytics, business applications, and user Internet of Things, security compliance. These are the ETL tools that you are talking about, S3, FX, SP, Glacier. And you can run your ETL tools on AWS on a machine. Suppose if you have deployed this machine on EC2, you can install any ETL tool on this machine. There is no restriction in that. Okay, but these are the default ETL tools that are provided by AWS. Then the databases RDS, DynamoDB, Elasticcache, and AppTune. Okay, so basically, and game development, containers are some different things. We'll not go into this. Media services, okay, virtual reality, artificial reality, machine learning, AWS cost management. So there are a number of tons of things that you can do on AWS. Not on AWS, on any cloud. There are other cloud providers also. Google Cloud is there, Microsoft Azure is there, Alibaba is there. So you can do a ton of things on this, and number of services you can do on AWS on cloud. Any other question?
I have one question. For previous sessions, you have shared us the means
PPTs, right?
no, not PPT. Shared with the different positions for big data developer. Okay.
Yeah, big data developer.
Yeah. So like that, I would like to know the for AWS position as well.
Look, in mostly in multinational companies, there are cloud computing positions, or cloud computing analyst or cloud analyst. Okay, these are the positions in most of the companies. But you see that these all things are connected. If you are in big data, you know that your most of in 90% of the cases, your data will be on the cloud. So you have to have the knowledge of the cloud. So these are interrelated. If you are into cloud, if you want to go into big data developer, you need to have some basics about the cloud. You need to have the proper understanding of database again, proper understanding of Linux, proper understanding of Hadoop architecture, proper understanding of HBase. So these are the technologies that you need to learn, right? If you want to get deep into cloud, there are various cloud computing analyst is one, cloud infrastructure analyst is again another thing that you can do in that you can go for opt for cloud. But again, you will not be on cloud. Okay, with cloud you are going to work on multiple technologies as well. The company is going to get you work on multiple technologies with the cloud. Understood?
Okay. Yeah. Understood. Thank you.
Guys, any other question? Okay, I think no questions.
Yeah, Ashim, you can take over from there.
Okay, guys, it was very good session, Suraj. Thank you very much. And so we have next session on Saturday. It's a second session on data analytics part. So Suraj is going to take that session. So if you have not joined our WhatsApp group, please join our WhatsApp group. You will get all the updates on that, and also you can ask questions directly to speakers and the guest lecturers. And yeah, do check our YouTube channel. We are going to upload this video also, and we have uploaded our first session video also. You can check it there. So, and guys, we have no upcoming session tomorrow also at 6 to 7 p.m. on core Java session second. So this is from our end, and Suraj, thank you very much for this session. Yeah, bye guys. And also one more thing I missed. We are going to share a feedback form with you guys. Do fill that feedback form, and yes, that's it. Okay, guys. Bye. Bye, Suraj.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.